Good morning, beloved friends. Hi, Denise. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Lorianne. Welcome. So my adventure was 12:30 last night in my bed. I hear Astro come in the cat door, this little cat door where he comes in. There's a sliding door on the back of the house. And I hear him do this meow that I know really well. He's been with me for 11 years. And the meow is called Meow, I Have Something in My Mouth. A cat, a bird, something like that. I mean, a mouse or a bird or something like that. A squirrel, whatever. I'm like, okay, I'll deal with it. Because he gets really upset when he brings something in and I don't let him keep it. And then a few minutes later, I start hearing the crunch. Like, oh my God. And I walk out and there are gray feathers everywhere. And he's got these cat scratching little boxes that I got for him. And there's half eaten bird feathers everywhere. When I go to throw out the bird after he's done with it, there's like blood driplets everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God, circle of life. It's crazy. But there's been this gray bird that was really, really upset that he was here. And he was like dive bombing for him. And all of a sudden I had this thought, like, I think birds are really psychic. Like this bird knew that it was going to be death by Astro, my cat. So anyway, he's now just sitting on the boxes. The feathers are, cleaned up the feathers the best I can. Anyway, that was my experience last night. And he's just a fierce hunter. He always has been. Sorry about the bird. Anyway, so that was my morning adventure. Oh, okay. But it was just, I was like, wow, animals are really psychic. Like they know things. They don't have all the stuff that we do about the past, the present, the future. They just kind of experience life. Anyway, okay, lesson 160. I am at home. Fear is the stranger here. I know. I was sad. Oh no. Sorry about your bunny. All right, lesson 160. I am at home. Fear is the stranger here. Fear is a stranger to the ways of love. Identify with fear, and you will be a stranger to yourself. And thus you are unknown to you. What is yourself remains an alien to the part of you which thinks it is real, but different from yourself. Who could be sane in such a circumstance? Who but a madman could believe he is what he is not, and judge against himself? There is a stranger in our midst, which comes from an idea so foreign to the truth. He speaks a different language, looks upon a world truth does not know, and understands what truth regards as senseless. Stranger yet, he does not recognize to whom he comes, and yet maintains his home belongs to him, while he is alien now, who is at home. And yet, how easy would it be to say, this is my home, here I belong, and will not leave, because a madman says I must. What reason is there for not saying this? What could the reason be except you had asked a stranger in to take your place and let you be a stranger to yourself? No one would let himself be disposed so needlessly, unless he thought there were another home more suited to his tastes. Who is the stranger? Is it fear or you who are unsuited to the home which God provided for his son? Is fear his own, created in his likeness? Is it fear that love completes and is completed by? There is no home can shelter love and fear. They cannot coexist. If you are real, then fear must be illusion. And if fear is real, then you do not exist at all. How simply, then, the question is resolved. Who fears but has denied himself and said, I am the stranger here, and so I leave my home to one more like me than myself, and give him all I thought belonged to me. Now is he exiled of necessity, not knowing who he is, uncertain of all things but this, that he is not himself, and that his home has been denied. What does he search for now? What can he find? a stranger to himself, he can find no home wherever he may look, for he has made return impossible. His way is lost, except a miracle will search him out and show him that he is no stranger now. The miracle will come, for in his home his self remains. It asked no stranger in, and took no alien thought to be itself. And it will call its own unto itself in recognition of what is its own. Who is the stranger? Is he not the one yourself calls not? You are unable now to recognize the stranger in your midst, for you have given him your rightful place. Yet is yourself as certain of its own good, yet is yourself as certain of its own God is of his Son. He cannot be confused about creation. He is sure of what belongs to him. No stranger can be interposed between his knowledge and his Son's reality. He does not know of strangers. He is certain of his Son. God's certainty suffices. Whom he knows to be his Son belongs where he has set his Son forever. He has answered you who ask, who is this stranger? Hear his voice assure you, quietly and sure, that you are not a stranger to your Father, nor is your Creator stranger made to you. Whom God has joined, remain forever one, at home in him, no stranger to himself. Today we offer thanks that Christ has come to search the world for what belongs to him. His vision sees no strangers, but beholds his own and joyously unites with them. They see him as a stranger, for they do not recognize themselves. Yet as they give him welcome, they remember, and he leads them gently home again, where they belong. Not one does Christ forget, not one he fails to give you to remember, that your home may be complete and perfect as it was established. He has not forgotten you, but you will not remember him until you look on all he does. Who denies his brother is denying him, and thus refusing to accept the gift of sight by which his self is clearly recognized, his home remembered, and salvation come. Lesson 160. I am at home. Fear is the stranger here. Right? Let's see what Magdalene has for us today. Greetings, beloved ones. Beloveds, there is a misperception within the mind that believes that you can be other than where you truly are. And this is what is being addressed. You are and always have been at home with God. You are and always have been as God created you. You are and always have been a Christed being. And there has been a relegation within your mind of part of your consciousness focused upon a world of fear. Within this perception of this world of fear, you have created a landscape, an extraordinary landscape of wars and pain and anger and all of these emotions that belie the truth of you that states that you are indeed home with your Creator, as you always have been. There could not be any other way for you to be. For God knows the truth of this. And there is an aspect of you that knows the truth of this indeed. And the more that you allow yourself, the more that you bring your consciousness to the understanding that you are where you have never left, you come into this sense of congruency and into the sense of quantum coherence, where there seems to be a releasing of everything from the past and everything from the future, and you come to this one perception, this one understanding that life happens to you according to your beliefs, your understanding, your will, your heart, your words. You are the one creating your own existence. So, in the creation of this, beloveds, when you allow and you surrender to the will of God, to the mind of God, to the heart of God, very, very simple process, you are once again returned and you awaken from this dream, from this illusion, from this myriad of conflicts that you have called life, decisions that you have made, choices that you have made that have led you away from your very truth, the truth of your creation, the truth of your birthright. And then there comes a moment, beloveds, and you have already determined when this will be, where you say, I relinquish all of this that I have believed in, the illusion that I have perpetuated. And you come to the still point of knowing that you are love, that all is love. And you repeat, I love you to yourself. You repeat, I love you to all beings with whom you come in contact. For I love you is the truest statement, as is I am. I am love. You are love. Love is this force of nature. Love is this very essence of God that is the purest truth of you. So look today, beloveds, to come home and know that you can never be a stranger to love. There are no strangers in your world. You are where you belong. You are where you always have been. You know everyone and you know everything. For you are the very seat of the soul of God, the very seat of the soul of creation. You know what you need to know. You know all. And all you need do, beloved, is to look within to find the aspect of you that lives within the kingdom of God. And it is not a very difficult or far journey for you to take. It is a journey, a return to love within your own heart, within your own mind. Every word that you speak are words of love. Every thought that you think are thoughts of love. Praise yourself for having allowed yourself to remember. And here you live the beauty of the Christed being. And all is forgiven and all is revealed. For you live within the heart and the mind and the will of God. As you surrender yourself, you say, I relinquish and let go of the ego. I relinquish and let go of all of my fears, for they do not have a home within my heart. Only God truly has a home within my heart. And you know that the love of God is with you always. In the sense of those of us who you feel are far away from you, who you feel are separated from you, become alive and real to you. You speak with us, you interact with us, you ask for our guidance, and we provide you assistance. We nurture and nudge you back to the pathway. And it begins with the pathway of the heart, of the love that you are, of the love that we all are. There is freedom and there is beauty here, beloveds. There is kindness and there is compassion here. There is happiness and there is joy. And all you need to, beloveds, is have a willingness to once again be reconciled, to once again come home. And you do find that home is where your heart is. And the beauty and the majesty of it is that you have never left. So go today and every day, beloveds, at every moment with the blessings of love, with the blessings of God. And know that the truth of you is the truth as it has always been. For the truth is indeed the truth always. And the truth is that as God is, I am. This is the truth of all being. When you allow yourself to feel the love that God has as He created this magnificent journey, this magnificent universe, all of the aspects of it, you come to love as God loves. You see everything painted with beauty. You see everything through the eyes of a being that loves so deeply and so vastly and so completely that you come to see each situation with neutrality, including the cycles of cats and birds. And you love every moment. And you forgive swiftly, deeply, immediately. You release that which causes you pain. And you allow yourself to rest in happiness and joy. For that is truly the journey home. So when you come upon a situation, beloveds, choose neutrality. Choose to see it through new eyes rather than the eyes of the ego that say one must be judged and one must be condemned. Instead, you allow yourself to feel the joy and the happiness and the love. So know, beloveds, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you are indeed at home, that you truly have never left. And invite fear to leave and say, this is not your home and you do not belong. I choose love over fear. Let your home be painted in love. Let your life be colored by love, for that is the truth of you, always. Our blessings to you, beloveds, always and forever. And when you allow yourself to come home, the usage of time disappears and you will come to see, to remember, and to recognize that you are, as you always have been, the Christed being. Greetings, beloveds. We will speak with you again. Hey, Rosemaria. Thanks for being here, everybody. Much love. We'll see you tomorrow.